Hey guys, Robin.
Hi Jack.
We're back for our second episode of Australian Survivor.
Season 2 on Channel 10.
Season 2, yeah, because we still don't ever count the very first season.
We'll cover episodes 4 and 5.
Yeah, we only get 2 episodes now, which they did this last year, so that's kind of fine. I just get really excited when I can watch Survivor back to back to back. But yeah, so we had... I get really excited. What do we have? You take the notes, I forget.
Well,
okay, so yeah, Sunday night's episode was Heavy Tarzan.
Yeah, it was
And
basically the post-Adam vote.
Yeah.
Right, and, well, where do we kick off, I suppose? Well, we can talk about the cookies.
Do you want to talk about the cookies? We'll talk about the cookies.
Let's talk about the cookies.
I
I didn't think it was that big a moral choice, really.
What do you mean? Take the firewood, or you take the cookies?
Yeah, it stipulated in the thing that they had to keep it secret.
It did, but then Jericho has not kept it secret
At all. Right, but
that said, I do enjoy how he's using the cookies as a key to manipulation. Perfect. He's doing that so well.
Yeah, look, I agree with that. But the thing I've got about it is, I would have actually left it. I wouldn't have actually, if I had been the producer, I wouldn't have stipulated they had to hide it. Just let's see what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people would have, like...
you can't share it. You can't go back and take cookies for everyone. Maybe that's the thing.
But all I'm saying is, what's the big deal if they do? You see what I'm trying to get at? They're trying to make a moral conundrum out of something I don't think is that really that moral.
Yeah, I know. We're 12 days in and you just need a couple of cookies.
That's
Again,
right.
I don't know how much you're eating.
This is day 33, right?
Yeah.
And it's, you get, a bunch of cookies, and this is a different story. But day 12, it's like
day 12. Yeah.
I didn't even think the reward.
When's the last time you had a cookie?
Years ago.
Yeah, you go.
Right?
Though I do eat a lot of cookies. I do love a cookie.
Think about the reward challenge for that episode as well. It was like you get coffee, sugar. Don't get me wrong.
And was that wasn't the one with the spices? The spice rack?
And the
spice rack.
But don't get me wrong. That's nice.
Yeah.
But it's not vital. You know what I mean? It's not like, don't get me wrong, you'd be sitting there going, geez, I'd really love a cup of coffee, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was worth a challenge by
itself.
itself.
What do you do for those early on reward challenges? Once you have given up the fishing gear,
I know, that's
what do you put out there? You can't be going, here's your hamburgers, here's your steaks.
I think this is the problem with what we were talking about last week, which was they're giving away stuff a little too quickly early on.
Yeah.
On the American show when they do that, they also give them donuts or something, there's always something in there. It's not just the fluff of like, here's some herbs. They'll put something substantial
in American one now. They're doing they do their first few weeks is immunity reward together.
Yeah.
That's kind of how that format's.
Well, I think that's a good way of doing it. Like, because then you get the tarp out, you get the fishing gear, you get the fire.
Yeah.
But they don't give it to them too quickly, right? But anyway,
I think the fire's first off for the first challenge. That's 3 days in. Yeah. Not go to a.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Which challenge was that one? What was that challenge? Was that the surfboard challenge?
Yeah.
What an interesting challenge. I found that very funny.
What I couldn't understand was like, Henry throws the board in and gets up on it and they rock off.
Yeah,
right?
easy.
No problem. And Lockie's just like...
Lockie sank like a rock.
Right.
He's like, no, pack up more. He's like...
Put them all on one side.
Yeah.
They're going to spread out.
Yeah.
They're in water. They're going to spread out.
Yeah.
Right?
So that was an interesting one. Again,
but you know who I did think would have sunk through there. Would have been okay.
I thought
he just jumped in off the
I don't know what Lockie was doing to do that. But
no.
And we're seeing a few different challenges. I mean, we had that one.
Yeah.
And then what was that night's immunity? Was that was the one with the that had to carry them across?
Well, no, this is the interesting part. It was the standard.
Hold the rope.
Yeah, it was the standard, and you're supposed to put the posts there, and then they walk across, right? But on the Australian one, we've gone, just sit on it.
Sit on it.
We'll carry it
across. Now I'm trying to think. Has that happened before in a season of Survivor? Part of me feels like it may have. I'm not 100% sure though. What hadn't been done was forget crawling across.
Just rolling.
Just roll across it.
I've never seen that before.
Neither have I. I've never seen roll across the top.
Yeah, I was
like,
as soon as one person did it, I went, oh yeah.
Why not? Don't get stuck in the holes.
Yeah.
Just avoid the holes. The bypass and just roll across. That was really, really good.
Like Amy got across it. She was the last one to come across, and she got across in like about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Just boom, boom.
Yeah, it's such a unique way to kind of look at that challenge, which I really, really enjoyed. And then we had Monday nights was the.
Yes.
We've gotten some really good challenges. So I'm really.
I really enjoyed that one.
That was a good endurance one.
That was a great one because
That was a really great challenge. I was very happy with that one. Yeah.
the other good thing about it is like you can actually make a choice, and this is what I thought of to begin
Just
with.
to drop one and
Yeah,
focus.
just drop one and focus on the other.
I didn't.
You know?
I really liked Mark and Henry's
Oh.
just to kind of
And then
loosen
they
it up
put
a
it up.
bit. Yeah, just I thought
And then
that
they
was
bring
really,
it down,
really
get
good.
a bit of blood in, put it back up.
Yeah, that was kind of clever.
This is the funny thing, you know, they were all congratulating AK. And don't get me wrong, it was a great,
AK did a great effort,
hour,
yeah.
35 minutes, I think.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But you could tell with Henry and with Mark,
They weren't. They were.
they had more in the
They
tank.
were, yeah, they were going. For
They
another
were.
couple
They
of
had
hours.
way more in the tank.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
Mark being the what SAS
Yeah,
soldier
yeah,
he was,
yeah.
he would have got. He just that mental endurance.
Yes, exactly.
But what it did come across as like Henry, that looks like
like
some.
Toga. I like
Yeah,
Yoga.
it's like
yeah.
he's got the
Yeah.
you know he's got that mental
centered-
stamina. Yeah,
centered,
he can
yeah.
focus.
That's
so I was
right.
like, here's his
Yeah.
yoga
Yeah,
bluff.
but- yeah, right.
Yeah,
So that was good. But I also like, you know, Ziggy. You could tell she had more in the tank.
yeah,
when
well,
AK fell.
that's
You
the
know what?
thing. It's like, you know, I was watching that going, what you see the difference between not any like just like obviously we've got a soldier who's
Yeah.
conditioned and trained.
Yeah.
And we do get people, but you know, and he wasn't budging. I think Henry may have fallen eventually, but they were good height levels. Fit,
Yeah.
and he's very fit.
Yeah.
He looks really fit. So that's kind of difference. But Ziggy, I was like, you know what? That's the difference between an Olympian. and
Exactly.
someone. They're conditioned to train.
Exactly.
And I thought
It's
that was-
mental.
yeah,
like,
mental.
to be an Olympian, you got to have this,
Yeah.
but you got to have that too.
Yeah, and I
mental
thought you saw that with Ziggy
Yeah,
there, which
yeah.
is really cool.
She didn't look like she was stressed at all.
Nah.
You know, she was
Nah.
just like, and she was saying to AK, "You okay there?"
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
So it was
So
it was
that
great.
was-
But
that
it's like,
was- yeah.
but Jonathan said it. He set it up. He summed it up right away. Like Ziggy the Olympian
Yes.
next to AK the couch potato.
Exactly.
You know,
right.
and that was that's kind of funny,
Yeah,
and that's exactly what it was. But AK, you know, he pushed.
Oh, look, that's the thing though. Here's AK who did. Well, let's face it. You know, everybody else but AK had fallen away by that
Mm-hmm.
stage, and within the first 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah, they dropped like flies.
Yeah, just
quick.
boom.
But I like occasionally do this because that's one of the ones like when I'm hitting the gym, I'll always get some lightweight plates and try and hold them out for as long
Oh,
as I
that's
can.
murder.
And it's like I've got 5 kilos and I'm not
Yeah.
there doing it for 5. I'm
That's
like,
it.
ooh,
Yeah,
5
yeah,
minutes,
It's killing
boom.
me. It's killing me.
An hour and a half.
That's
It's a long
right.
time
Oh.
to keep going. So that was a really cool challenge that I've never seen. So I'm really loving the challenges there.
Yeah.
That's a really strong point of the Australian Survivor.
This season of Australian Survivor, they're reworking the challenges.
Yeah,
they're
they're-
coming with innovative ideas. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, really
Really enjoy
awesome. So I guess I guess we have to go straight into. Let's go to Mark Tarzan.
He did it all wrong.
You know what? Yeah, see, here's the thing. A lot of people feel Mark did it all wrong. I don't think he did it all wrong. I just think his execution was wrong.
Well, no, that's doing it all wrong.
Yeah, but he had
That's
a
like
lot-
going to the gym and doing your weights all wrong. You're not going to get anything out of it except the strain, right?
Yeah, okay, you're tearing muscle.
Yeah, exactly, right?
But what he was going for, like, I don't have a huge problem with.
No, no.
And I've been thinking about this throughout the week, and some people that like when I
okay.
talk about
Yeah.
it. And you said it last week
Yeah.
that Tarzan has a very Rupert vibe.
Oh, he does.
He does, but
Yeah.
Rupert was a little bit different, and I like the heart. Tarzan had me crying twice in
Oh,
Sunday night.
He's such a, you know.
I'm going out on a limb and saying Tarzan is one of the most genuinely
Oh,
beautiful contestants out of all the seasons I've ever played.
absolutely. Like, that's what I mean about him being Rupert like.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, this is a genuine guy. He doesn't hide his emotions or anything. I mean, when you talk to him, you'll see a genuine reaction. Like, he won't
Yeah.
cry just to get your sympathy. He'll cry because he wants to. You
Yeah,
know? It's great.
I'm very shattered he's out.
Oh, so am I. I'm shattered when Rupert goes out.
Yeah,
you know?
I know, but I think Tarzan is in the top echelon of fan favorite style players.
Look,
within 4 episodes, that was insane.
he would if Australian Survivor has a returnee show.
Let's hope it has, because that gives it enough time
Yeah.
for me to get on the show.
But if it does,
We should play a drinking game. How many times I beg Channel 10 to
no,
put me
no,
on.
because then I'd
not with
die
us.
from liver. But no, look, he would definitely be.
Oh, he'd
I
be
think.
back. Tarzan would be back.
Absolutely.
For sure.
He's a fan favourite.
He's a big fan favourite out of all the
Yes.
seasons I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
If he was to last even longer, geez, it would have been
Oh, it would have been fantastic.
heartbreaking to see him leave. But you hadn't built that up yet.
I think,
it's
though,
sad to see him go.
In his one-to-one to camera, he kind of really told you about his gameplay style, because he said, I could have taken the cookies, you know, but then, you know, like, Oh no! When he gave the idol
idol.
to Tess, he said, it's just what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
He said it wasn't a strategy.
Yeah.
It's what he felt like doing. And unfortunately, it's a bit like Aussie, right? It's not going to get you to the end being that way, or
and
like Rupert.
If he had a little bit more strategy behind it, there was a lot of merit to what he was trying to achieve.
Oh,
with that
absolutely.
Because you sit there and we talk about this a lot, you and I, with the whole idol play. When you've got to hit an idol, you keep it to yourself.
Yes.
I don't actually have a problem with him giving up the idol in this situation.
I don't either.
I think it was really, really good. My one problem I have is he showed all his cards. He showed his whole hand to someone he shouldn't have.
Exactly.
He could have easily said to AK, he's like, hey, AK, I'm thinking, we're on the bottom here.
Exactly.
We have a bit of a chat.
Yes.
Like, what if we were to try and let's try and get rid of Lockie.
Yes.
Let's try and hit Lockie now.
And if you don't bring out the idol when you talk to them like
all
that,
you've done is planted a seed.
But also, you'll see their genuine reaction.
Yeah.
If you pull out an idol and go, let's get rid of Lockie, then you're giving them the opportunity to two-time you.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
And there'd been a lot of talk. Again, we don't really know, but there was a whole talk on the whole throughout the whole episode of stack Tess. We're stacking Tess, which is a foolish move to do right from the very get-go. But it's Australian Survivor, so stacking one number. You don't stack the obvious choice.
Well, no,
you shouldn't stack the obvious choice.
It's a good strategy if you think your 8 is solid.
Yeah.
Stacking is okay. The problem is if there's a flipper, right?
Yeah. But there's always someone who will flip. Maybe not then.
Oh, sorry, not the problem if there's a flip. There's a problem if there's an idol, right?
Yeah.
If there's not an idol, it doesn't matter if somebody flips. Oh, it's 7
but
to 2.
But you can never be sure that there's not an idol.
Oh, of course, but all I'm saying is, like, this is what happens with big groups, like the big alliances.
Yeah.
The core group in that alliance generally becomes complacent.
Yeah.
At one level. And I think Lockie in that were just complacent.
And that was the thing I think Tarzan stuffed up with. It's like it was so easy to all you needed to do was get AK on side by planting a seed. And AK just said exactly, we got to have the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what if we get Jared? What if we have a chat?
Yeah.
And that's it. When AK goes...
AK was being disingenuous with
He
it.
was.
Because he knew he could get 2 other people with him.
Ziggy but
Jared, right?
it might not have been the right time in his mind. I think it was the perfect time. That was the time
That's
to do
what
it.
I wanted to get to a bit later
when we
in
go
the
to
show.
AK.
But AK has made a bad strategic call, but it didn't bite him.
It didn't bite it, and this is the thing. It's like because we got 2 episodes back, back to back. It gets a bit messy when we're trying to talk about this. I feel like if I was Tarzan, I would have, just to finish up with him, I would tell AK, plant the seed, and him just go, okay, I don't think knowing he can't do it, but then come tribal council, have the idol played, and even just give the idol to Tessa if that was what he wanted to do. Bang, Tessa, this is what's going to happen, and it's just between you and I. AK doesn't need to know. Let's do it, and it's done.
I agree with you 100%. He made the mistake of including AK in that conversation. He didn't need to. All he needed to do is say that to Tessa, go, hey, look, I've got an album I'm going to play for you tonight.
Yeah.
The word is, it's all on you.
It's all on you.
So all we need to do, and this is the thing.
Keep it all on you.
Let's keep it all on you. Let's say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I play the idol for you. Then our 2 votes gets out whoever we want.
Yeah.
Who do you want to get rid of? You don't need to even include AK.
Exactly.
Right? The other mistake that Mark made was going and talking to Lockie. Because up until that time...
Yeah, you got to play that cool. You got to really...
Yeah, and he went in hard. He went in, so it's all the same. Okay, I'll go along.
Yeah, and just be... That's the hardest thing, to kind of not change who you have been...
Exactly.
Prior to the
And you heard Lockie say, as soon as he walked away...
It's like, that's out of character.
That's out of character.
Yeah.
Straight away. And that's where he really messed up.
And the same with, I think they mentioned Tessa was kind of casual, even though Tessa listened. Oh no, that was the next episode.
Yeah, next episode, yeah.
But it's like the casualness of, like, if you're hunting for an idol,
keep hunting.
And you found it,
keep hunting.
Keep hunting.
Keep hunting.
Keep them thinking otherwise.
Do not come back to camp and sit there and go,
if that had worked out really, really well, and they took Lockie out, then you've got AK going, I'm with you guys, because he's already planted the seed, and that would have been fine. So that was the one little bit of a mistake that, I liked his idea. He just didn't follow through with it correctly. He didn't.
Let's talk about AK in that episode before we get. AK had an opportunity here. He had 2 votes, 2 floaters. Now we've talked about this in the previous season, right?
Yeah.
There's this always this thing about eliminating floaters, whereas people should be embracing floaters, as we've talked about.
Yeah,
In the previous
the extra
episode.
vote, and he had 2 on the outs.
He had 2, but he also knew they had an idol. Now he knows that he can get 3 people, himself and Ziggy and Jared, right?
Mm-hmm.
That makes 5. Okay, that's 5 out of 9.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a majority, or 5 out of 10, I forget, split, right?
Yeah.
But he also knows there's an idol.
Yes.
So he knows that idol's going to be played for Tess, right?
Yeah.
So there's 5 votes gone. Even if they split the vote, that's 4 votes gone, right?
Yeah.
So he knows with 5 votes, no matter what, with that idol, he can get his way.
Exactly.
Why wait for the next week?
And that's the
It's
thing, is
just
like
silly.
it's too soon. It's too soon. Your biggest, and then the very next episode, he goes, "Now's the time to strike."
And I'm like, but you just lost the number.
You lost a number, and that was a key thing for me. Like, that episode was a bit dragging out. Like, we only had the one immunity, we only had one challenge that episode, and then a lot of back and forth talking. We could have cut that down a bit, because the end of the day was this: AK didn't take a move last time, and decided now was the right time for him. I would like to say I am impressed with AK's ability, and just it's a bit of luck and whatever that happened in his tribe, to kind of redeem himself. As far as he came out guns blazing, and this is what I heard on Nick's podcast the other day, and you didn't think about it, like I have never thought about it before. It was it's a 55-day thing. It's a marathon, and Nick did the same in season 1. He came out bang, but you've got a long way to go.
That's what we talked about.
Oh, did we talk about that last week?
Of course. Yeah, it's a marathon. That's right. We spoke about, you don't come out and go, "Hey mate, we're best mates now. We're going to vote together," and then walk up. You got to build up that relationship.
And AK, I feel, has done a really good job in taking off the pedal.
Oh, look.
And just kind of settling in with the game. He's starting. The damage has been done. Mm-hmm. He won't get to the end.
No, he won't.
But he's done enough to put himself in a position where he will be seen as a villain in the tribe. But he now has a position of power to a degree that will get him. It'll get him so far, but it will not get him to the end.
Look, I think. I don't know about Jared. Jared seems to think there's a genuine friendship there. Mm-hmm. But Z, I think, is just looking at it as like strategic, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And Tessa is definitely looking at it. She knows now she's a free agent.
Yeah.
After the last 2 days.
Yeah.
So she can basically, she knows she hasn't got a home.
Yeah, and I guess the only reason, while we do talk about Fred, the only reason AK should not have gone with them the last time is because we know how close Tess and Tarzan would be, and maybe that becomes a threat. Maybe, I don't think it's enough to go with, because they're already so far down on the bottom.
Exactly, right.
That it's really hard for someone, a power couple on the bottom.
Let's put it
not
this
really
way.
a power couple.
Last episode, AK could have had his way. He could have actually gotten rid of Lockie. He would not have had to have gone for Amy. Right?
Amy. And that's a waste of a vote.
It is.
Like, that's the thing, he's close.
Yeah.
Amy's not calling the shots. Dave and Zeke, we did the same thing. Zeke's trying to get to Dave, and instead of going for Dave, goes for one of the minions.
Yeah.
This is what's happened again.
Yeah.
Why? Why have you gone for a minion? If you were to get rid of Lockie or Tara, the 2 people calling the shots...
Well, in point of fact, I'm glad you brought up Tara, right? Because one of the things that I don't think AK's sort of realised yet is that Peter joined him in that vote. Mm-hmm. Not because he's particularly wants to be with AK in that group, but because Tara has been using Peter. But he actually even said, "I have a better relationship with Tara than anyone else," which means now that they're on the bottom, Tara can go and get him.
Of course, and that's the thing. Like, he can switch, and he can be like, "Look, it was dangerous."
It was just
that's how it is. And that's why I think it was a bad thing for AK to not take the chance the episode before.
Exactly.
Because now you're playing the dangerous game of having that one person in the swing position.
I think what the problem for AK is he thinks he's got a dominant alliance.
There's definitely never a dominant alliance. You can't have a dominant alliance in that situation.
Tessa, who just swung for that vote.
Tessa just keeping herself alive.
Right. And he's got Peter, who just swung for that vote.
I think he does have Tess. Though,
he doesn't have Tessa.
Tess can go wherever she wants, but I'm pretty sure he has her in the sense that, like, she even said it in trial, was like, "I'm available for the first whisper that came to me." Yeah, bang. You know it's AK.
But what I mean is, like, I think I think Tessa has been on the outer so long now that she's starting to understand where perhaps what's the position that Sarah had in the last season, right?
Okay.
If you're in the middle, if you're not in the alliances, then you can keep your ear to the ground. It actually can be a benefit.
It can,
Right.
but no one's played the swing like Sarah has. She played she
no.
played a hell of a swing.
Yeah.
Like, and you swing, being in the swing position is, in my opinion, never a good thing to be.
Oh no, look,
unless you have enough power to swing yourself to the top and
so
stay on the top.
Exactly.
If you're,
the swing position is actually the most powerful in the game. The problem is
to
surviving
play it. Yeah, to play the
Yeah.
swing position correctly.
is so difficult,
'Cause-
but it is so powerful.
Yeah, 100%. We saw
But
that last
people
season.
know that.
Jericho.
You know, that's the problem. People know it's a powerful position. That's why they usually get them.
Yeah, but they know it's a powerful position. But the people who are in the swing vote power position never actually realise how to play it.
Oh,
They
no,
just think-
Sarah.
Sarah's
Sarah
different.
was the
Sarah was the
exemplar,
Yeah, I've never
you
seen
know.
anyone play a swing
No.
vote like that. Whereas here, it's like we can swing either way.
We've
No,
seen-
you're not at the top of your
Yeah.
little group.
Look, we've seen people occupy the swing position for perhaps 3 votes.
Yeah,
And
thinking
then-
it's a great thing to
I
be.
think they're right. It is a great thing, but they don't survive it. You know?
Yeah, the only reason it's great is because the target isn't on them,
Yes.
and they can decide.
Yes.
But you're still technically at
the
a
mercy.
bottom.
Yeah. You're technically at the bottom.
It's a schoolyard pick. I've picked you
Yeah.
for, and that you've picked
Yeah,
those for,
yeah.
and the person in the middle
Yeah.
was not picked.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's generally the swing voter,
That's
the person
right.
who wasn't picked. But if you can put yourself as a swing vote,
yeah.
like Peter did,
Peter has, yes.
yeah, and he could potentially
But yes,
really
yeah.
play still with Tara. He hasn't.
That's what I mean. He didn't commit to AK.
No,
It
he
was
didn't.
just for the vote.
It was one for vote, and that's a position where getting yourself into the swing vote is powerful,
that
and
is
that
powerful.
could change his game.
Because he can do the swing vote. He can go back to Tara and Lockie now and be more important in that alliance. Even though he's done the swing vote, they'll forgive him because then it'll be 4 versus 4.
And you can get rid of AK whenever you want.
Exactly.
You can get rid of Tess whenever you want.
That's right.
It still doesn't change anything. The vote of Amy was ridiculous.
Look,
Well,
I'm
why
not
do we do
sure
that?
it was ridiculous, but
Yeah.
it weakened that alliance,
It does weaken the alliance, but you've
It
got a
didn't
chance
take out
to
the
go.
kingpin.
Yeah.
right?
Like what exactly? When you know. Well, no, you don't
Peter-
know. They could have an idol, but chances are when you're in that powerful of a position, you're not out hunting an idol. You don't
Let's-
feel like you need to, especially in Australian season.
Let's compare the 2 episodes in this sense. Then Sunday night's episode, AK had the opportunity to take Lockie out,
Mm-hmm.
and the next episode, Monday night's episode, he had the opportunity to take Amy out because he didn't think he could get Lockie.
Yeah, he had the opportunity to weaken Lockie's alliance.
Yeah.
You could have taken him out before.
The week before,
Yeah.
and that is why I rate him as less of a. Look,
Yeah.
he speaks a lot of the right. He speaks
Yeah,
the
he
right
knows
way
the
about
game, he knows
Survivor,
the game.
but I don't think he actually does know. I think he's learning it as he goes.
I think that's how it is. You know, I think
Of
if I was
course,
to get
yeah,
on there,
yeah.
here I am. I'm talking like I'd
Yeah.
destroy the game, but I have to play the learning
Of
curve as well.
course,
Like
yeah,
it's different sitting at home watching it, and then we only see that hour.
Well, that's right.
But what else is happening?
Yeah.
Like how close is everyone to be able to? You know, we saw Adam wandering around on the beach,
Oh.
but in broad daylight. But he was saying that that's where the beach was. I can't. You know, I've got to cross the tide.
Yes,
That
but
makes-
do it when it's dusk, or do it when it's like in the
Yeah.
early morning. Get up at
And you
sunrise.
got to go when no one's there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right?
So I think it is. I think he knows the game and he loves the game, and his will to
Well-
win is like and hold on long enough is
Look-
him loving the game.
I don't think there's any problem with his will to win. I think his execution leaves a little bit to be desired.
Yep.
But no, look, he is definitely. Let's put it this way: out of all of that tribe, Samatua,
Mhm.
he's probably the best player.
He's doing pretty well.
Yeah, he's
like
doing
like I
pretty
said,
well.
from where he started, where
Yep.
he shot himself at the foot at the start.
Yep.
He has redeemed himself. It's never. I still don't think there's no. I can't see him actually winning at all. I just can't.
The problem is
I can't
we
see him
can't
getting
speak
to,
about after merge
I can't
because
see
there'll
him
be.
getting to final 3.
Well, the problem with that call is this: if he makes it to merge, he is the sort of player that would go looking for a completely new group, maybe, right?
Yeah,
Go
he would.
in,
Yeah.
Right. It depends on what happens with Jared and Ziggy. If they become tight, you never know, right?
Yeah.
But look, the interesting part is Samatua is the one that keeps going to tribal, right?
Yeah.
But they were, in one sense, the most coherent group. Whereas the Saga, right, has factions everywhere, right? And has only gone to tribal once, right?
They're just competing. I guess Mark being. He's a huge
Mark and
force,
Henry
are both really, really strong physical forces.
That's right, and the others aren't too bad either. Like Sam's only a little girl, but she's got that
and
go.
It's funny. It's like they get rid of Joan the first week, and now they're so much stronger.
They have a lot,
and they don't even look like losing.
It's all Samatua at the moment. The Saga is in a holding pattern because
all we're getting is Jericho's Cookie Monster.
Look, I actually think Jericho did the right thing, right?
I think he's playing fun. I think he's playing a fun, clever game.
He is. And he looked at the cookies. Now, most people wouldn't look at cookies and go, I can use this as a bargaining chip, right? But he did, and he went out and he tried to recruit some people using it.
I think that was brilliant. I think that's a player who can get near to the end.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but what I mean is it's not much of an advantage, but at least he tried to do something with it.
He did something with it. It's
right?
Great, I got some cookies. What can I use these cookies for?
Right.
And he shared the mother load with Luke.
Yes.
He shared 4 with Henry to go, hey, this is what I've got. And the
and Sarah.
Sarah he shared, but Sarah shared the jar again.
Yeah.
But Henry only got 2 each.
Yeah.
Henry got it. So that's all these, but I love it. The only thing is, will it come undone? Will the Cookie Monster come undone? Will he finish the cookies beforehand?
The problem is this. If I am a maker of cookies on the island, and I can have a constant supply of cookies, then your influence can be constant. Now the cookies are gone, people will be like, thanks for the cookies.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I mean, how much hold does that?
There's a little bit of dough and sugar
actually generate.
I don't know, but on when you've got nothing else,
I guess what I'm saying
you
is
need something. Maybe it's not so much the cookie. What it is
he's generating good feelings.
The late night chats and bonding.
Yeah. He's doing that, right?
Yeah.
But one of the things I didn't notice that was happening there, and it may be he's subtle enough to think of this, he didn't actually talk strategy with any of them.
No. It's just about human contact, and we talk about that.
Yeah. Now, so that may actually be his plan. Like, okay, first we'll get to know them, make them think that there's a bond that I can use later, and that's a really subtle way of thinking about it.
And even,
right?
I think it was Sarah who said that too as well.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, we don't need to talk strategy.
Well, we
don't do that.
Yeah, we don't do that strategy thing." And Sarah was like,
Great,
so,
he's just
now
reeling
compare
it
that to AK on the first day.
Yeah. Final 3, this is a good thing. You and I doing it to everyone. Whereas he's not even doing anything game. He's like, let's just not play the game. Where the whole time he's playing the goddamn game.
So that is really good.
Brilliant. I think he's very, very clever, and I love the Cookie Monster.
And I also like the hookup between him and Luke.
Yeah, Luke's a great character.
Luke is a great character, and Jericho is showing that he's a great character as well.
Yeah, they're very mischievous. The both.
They are.
They can go together.
I think they could make a really good play for the for the final 3. Okay, who are you going to pick for tribal next episode?
Samatua.
Yep, I'm going Samatua.
Yeah, and I feel like it could be. I don't know. I feel like AK will probably go.
Samatua, I think. Yeah, AK. I'll call it AK.
Yeah, I reckon, we'll see. It's hard to tell, really.
Look,
it's really
I feel 50-50 on Tara. Tara may be
You reckon Tara might go as well?
Well, because if AK, Jared, and Z just go to Tessa and go Tara, it may be a natural vote for Tessa.
I just think Pete. There was a calmness about Pete at Tribal.
Yeah. When
Jonathan said, "Pete, how's Tribal going to go?" He goes, "I know exactly what I'm doing."
Yeah.
Didn't say anything else.
I know. Yeah. And I think I don't think he wants to be with AK and them. I think he wants to go back to Tara.
I think he's very clever and switched on, and I don't think that's going to affect him too much. And I feel like he's going to be more on Tara's side and strengthening Tara's feud, because now even though Lockie's the kingpin, Lockie's the calm, quiet kingpin that's just kind of chilling and enjoying
Yeah.
the ride.
Yeah.
Whereas Tara's this fiery,
Yeah.
gotta win,
Mm.
beast, barrel racer. I don't have any bets for us though. I haven't thought about this, and I don't have anything silly like the
Nothing's
t-shirt.
really come up.
I haven't got it yet, but we've still got buffs. Let's try and give away a buff.
Okay, how are we going to do this?
I don't know. Maybe we should think.
Well, we have been thinking, but we haven't really thought of anything.
I have not been thinking, other
Okay,
than
there
the
we
fact
go.
that I'd really love to give away a buff.
Yeah, I would love to give away a buff too. Well, actually, I don't want to give away
How
a buff.
about-
I want to give away a whole ton of buffs.
Let's just start off with one. We've got
Okay, okay,
let's start off with what about we've got an email.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, cool. So, what about people commenting? If you like and subscribe, but also give us a comment.
Yeah, why not?
Comment and tell us who you think's gonna go. Tell us what. Let's start a
okay.
discussion, and we'd love to chat with you guys
Yes.
in the comments, and maybe that's how we can give out a buff. Our first comment,
Yeah, okay. First comment gets a
first
buff.
person to comment can get a buff.
I just hope there's not postage to Iceland or something like this, you know.
No, Australia only. We're only posting to Australia.
No, I don't mind posting overseas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Anywhere around the world.
Anywhere around the world, we'll
We'll
post
post your
it to
buff.
you. Yeah,
First comment, we'll post your
the
buff.
buff.
See you guys next week.
See you guys next week, and take care.